This is Kyle from Atala, and you're listening to the Doom Tube Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Doom Tube Podcast. My name is Chris. I am your host. Today, we have a band out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Red Mesa. And they talk about a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of talk about The Devil and the Desert, which is their latest release. You got to check it out. Head over to Bandcamp. Links are in the show notes. Also, we talk about a whole bunch of other things. You want to talk a little Breaking Bad? Yeah, we got that. You want to talk a little, Miracle Whip? Yeah, we're talking about that. We're talking about petroglyphs and ghosts and different bands and just so much stuff, man. Red Mesa just was so gracious with their time, and somewhere during the interview, you're actually going to be able to hear a battle jingle. What is that? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. Let's get into the interview. This is Red Mesa. All right, right on. All right, so we are somewhere in the middle of the Sonoran Desert right after a fantastic show. We actually have this quasi DJ tonight, which would be Roger from the band Dead Canyon. We got bowls being smoked here. Could you just raise the music up a little bit so we can hear what's going on? What do we got? Listen to that. Little P-Funk. Right on. All right, that sounds awesome, dude. So, guys, let me just start off. There's so many people here tonight. We've got Roger from Dead Canyon. We've got Paul from King Chiefs. And I'm also talking with the guys from Red Mesa. Gentlemen, how are you today?
Oh, man, we're doing fucking good, man.
Yeah, fucking great.
Amazing show tonight.
While you have the mic, could you please each introduce yourselves?
Brad Fry, vocals, guitarist.
Hey, Joshua Vigil on bass.
Roman Barham on drums.
So you guys have one date left on the tour, is that right?
Yeah, sadly, yes.
Yeah, I know. I saw
Tucson.
you sound kind of bummed, like you can't wait to get out again.
I'm actually anxious to get back out. I wish we had an extra week. No, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm down to just go.
Yeah, just keep going.
We're just getting to the groove of things now, and we're just feeling it, and I'm ready to go again. But yeah, tomorrow's our last day in Tucson at the district downtown. And everything's been great. This has been a great tour.
So you guys, go ahead. What are you going to say?
No, I'm happy to be on tour. I wish it didn't have to end.
I know, man. Now, when I saw you guys tonight, which was a fantastic set, I mean, if there was a band that's going to embody that idea of desert rock, Not quite. I don't want to put it on the doom side. I want to put it more on the rock side, and it's just so groove heavy. This is the band, and I'm so happy that you guys came out on tour. Now, what I was told, this is your first tour outside of New Mexico. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is the first tour we've ever done, period. So
right.
we played one show in Sierra Vista 2 years ago outside of New Mexico, so we've been pretty insular.
Sure.
And we've worked hard at putting on a good show locally.
Right.
And we've been really ready to rip outside of New Mexico. It's been kind of a relief, man, to get on the road and open up a lot of these songs. And
all right.
For new people every night has been exciting for us,
Absolutely. Now, so you're out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That's correct. Yeah.
I interviewed a band a while ago. I don't know if you're familiar with them. Have you heard of Lithopaedion?
Yes.
At all? Yeah?
Lithopaedion, yeah.
Yeah, they play that tech death.
Oh, yeah, they're amazing, yeah.
Yeah, they were just through here a couple months ago.
Yeah.
They're on Gorehouse
record.
Yes. Roman knows everybody.
And
it's fucking great.
Well, you also play some other styles of music other than this, right?
Yeah. But I also book a lot of shows in Albuquerque for the Launchpad and the Moonlight Lounge and now the El Rey and stuff. So it's gonna be It's amazing. Yeah, no, I work with a lot of the venues and bands in town, just trying to build the scene, man. And I played with metal bands back in the day and still do, with Echoes of Fallen and Black Maria. So yeah, I've been every day is a show.
Right.
Roman's legendary.
And well, this is just a quick side piece. If you're from Albuquerque and somebody's going to be coming through and they're going to hit New Mexico, what are some of the spots? You said
Launchpad.
The Launchpad, definitely.
Launchpad, Moonlight, Sister, Sunshine Theater, El Rey, Mezcal, but soon to be something else.
Right.
Pretty much downtown Albuquerque from 2nd Street to 7th Street.
6 blocks of heaven, of rock and roll heaven.
Is it just like a row of bars, like
It's
a
a
bar row?
strip of bars and restaurants,
Right.
and one strip club. Couples get in for free.
Is it male or female?
Oh, it's female.
It's female.
It's
female.
female,
Okay.
yeah.
I just want to know. I don't know. It's not my business. It's not my business.
That's a
I'm
good
just
question.
saying.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't been there in a while.
It might have
I
changed.
need to go see.
Who knows?
I need to go. Make sure it's the same.
So Roman works out of the Launchpad.
Okay.
And he's been doing booking, promoting there for a long time, and I mean, he kind of knows everybody, man. So like,
That's how we met.
it's like it is how we met. Like, he started booking Red Mesa shows. I was in a
Right.
band before that, and
What kind of music?
Night Terrain.
Night Terrain was like instrumental metal.
Nice.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and just
Drummer Joseph too. So good.
yeah. But anyways, yeah.
Now, so in Albuquerque, I'm just curious because I tried to do some research and et cetera. Have you been to this thing like where I hope I'm pronouncing it right, the Petroglyphs? Have you been there?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
is there an energy to that, or what happens there? Like, can you talk about that at all?
Yep. So Petroglyphs National Monument is on the West Mesa, kind of like outside of town. It's owned by the National Park Service.
Right.
For me, I'm a huge fan of nature and the national parks. Try to camp out as much as I can and go to all the parks around the country and anywhere that I travel.
Do you do a typical like tent style, or do you have like a camper, or
Morning tent.
the morning tent? Yeah.
The morning.
It's a hard life, man. It really is hard.
Not only do I pitch a night tent, I also pitch a morning tent.
The hour is upon us.
But honestly, no, that was fucking great. So not honestly though, the petroglyphs, what they are they're artwork that is done on rock on desert varnish, and it's called a patina. And the natives basically took away the black part of the desert varnish, and they kind of like painted into that.
Right.
And they they did their artwork and their expression and their messages and whatever. But the bummer about petroglyphs, dude, I've been to a lot of places. That place isn't that cool. People graffitied the fuck out of it.
Really?
And it's not cool at all.
Not cool at
That
all.
is bullshit.
But what is cool in New Mexico is tent rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Is these hoodoos, and they look like Dr. Seuss penises. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know what you
The tent
Yeah, it
rock-
was like one fish, two fish,
tent.
penis fish, something, dick fish or something.
story.
Yeah, it looks like you're on the moon or something.
Really?
Mars.
And where is it? Where is that in New
That's
Mexico?
north. That's in between Santa Fe and Albuquerque. Tent
Okay.
rocks, and then there's Bandelier, which are the cliff dwellings,
Right.
and then there's Chaco Canyon, which is like, it's it was like the Sun Dagger.
What's a sun dagger?
The sun daggers were the indigenous. They would mark the cycle of the sun over the years, and there was like a crack in the wall, and they would measure the length of the sun every year, and they would mark it, and it created a spiral, and that was their calendar.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
is
it's
it
real cool.
Is it based
It's
on
like an
anything like
ancient
the golden
observatory.
ratio or anything?
Based on the stars.
Or just on the stars?
Yeah, it's based on the stars, and so they would measure their calendar based on the spiral. So every time the spiral would come around, the sun dagger would hit a different part of the spiral, the way the sun would come in.
Right.
And that's how they measured their years.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was real cool.
So those are some things that we definitely have to check out.
You have to check those out. I mean, these are so unique to New Mexico and real spiritual, and we try to pick up that vibe, man.
And you do. I can hear it in the music. I know we'll get to it, and I'll just say it straight up, man. I heard some sweet tribal groove tonight, which was nice. It's just like, there's that point when I think everybody has when they go to see a show, when they forget whatever it is going on outside. Yeah, whatever it is in life, the music heals, and you just vibe. And honestly, I don't have to be drunk. I don't have to be high. I don't have to be any of that to just get that vibe, that thunder, that feel, and it just
Fucking
hits
beautiful,
you.
man.
Oh, it is a great
That's what
thing.
music is about, man. The art, the feeling, the now.
So since you're in New Mexico, do you get inundated with a bunch of Breaking Bad fans doing sightseeing?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Let's go.
Hell fucking yes. All the bands, man. Every band that fucking comes through Albuquerque wants to fucking throw a pizza on a motherfucking house. And we're like,
Walter White's house.
You can't do that shit no more. They'll fucking press charges. I think it's a
fucking
felony now.
What's the name of that pizza? Because there's a pizza place. Hey, Raj, there's a pizza place
Aldo's?
across from Yucca Tap Room that is connected with Breaking Bad. What's the name of that place? Venezia's?
We just ate there now with our friend Paul.
Yeah, because they got the what? Paul? What's the guy's name?
Aldo.
No,
His son's own pizza place is there, but Venezia's is the dad.
The dude that's Jesse.
no, the who's the guy in Breaking Bad? I'm blanking on his name.
Walter
Paul.
White. Paul wrote, though, the dude that was Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, that's it.
Well, the thing was, Venezia's is the dad, and he passed away, so he left the business to Gino and Aldo, and they
Right.
had a fucking feud, man. So now there's Gino's and Aldo's. No more Venezia's. But
more.
actually, the boxes, they have so many pizza boxes. The boxes are still say Venezia's Pizza. It's crazy.
So people just literally buy the pizza and then want to throw it on the roof.
Yeah, they want to throw it on Walter White's house.
Fucking weird.
As they get out of an Aztec SUV.
It's like a ritual now, I think.
Yeah, so one of the jobs I do in Albuquerque is I'm a bicycle tour guide.
Okay.
And on Saturday, I lead Breaking Bad tours. Yeah.
No kidding.
But
Are you serious?
Yeah.
no, I'm dead serious.
Holy shit, I had no idea.
It's called Biking Bad.
Biking. Are you fucking with me, really?
I'm not fucking with you. And we get on bicycles and we hit like 13, 14 filming locations on bikes.
Wow.
And when we talk about the history and the scenes. And
Sure.
And I bring a laptop out with me on the bicycle and we watch the videos and it's a trip, dude. And the people fucking love it. And the Europeans fucking love that shit.
In the barrio, eh?
What's who's the so you said people from people coming over from Europe really love it.
Oh, the Europeans fucking love it, and the Australians love it, and the New Zealanders love it.
Yeah. The Spaniards, when they come over for the flamenco festival.
Right.
Because like in my off season, I drive for the flamenco festival.
Okay.
The first thing they want to do is they want to see all the Breaking Bad spots.
No
They
shit.
love it. Oh, they soak up the culture. They love it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Sometimes I'll be on the bicycle and I'll be waving to Roman at the music store. Hey, bud.
There's like fucking 12 people behind me. And they're about to go to brewery and about to go drink some beers. And I'm just like, damn, I wish I had a bike. I could take a bathroom break and just go drink some beers.
So also there's somebody very famous that he mentions Albuquerque quite a bit.
Thank you, Connor.
And that's Bugs Bunny. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah.
What
Bugs
is
Bunny's my hero.
all right? But what's wrong? Why does he always think that he should have made the left turn at Albuquerque? I just don't get it. Is there something?
Which way do you go?
Is there something energetic about the space that he loses track of time? Is it like a Bermuda Triangle
I think
kind of
he
thing?
was coming down Route 66.
Is that what it was?
No, Route 666.
Route 666.
No,
And we're going to have to get into that.
yeah, well, it depends which way you go if you turn left. Because there's many lefts in Albuquerque.
That's a song right there.
Yeah.
There's many lefts in Albuquerque.
And that left feels right, so we all
There's
understand.
many hard lefts in Albuquerque.
Okay, so if I could, I just want to ask a quick question. What is it with fucking Black Pepper on tour? Can we talk about this?
I'm passing this one over to Mr. Roman.
Why do you need...
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Well, my favorite food is ham and cheese sandwich.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, the thing was, on the tour, they did the mayonnaise thing. I'm a Miracle Whip guy. So I
Really?
But I didn't think they were Miracle Whip, so I just did the, I'll do mayo.
Okay.
But I'm a Miracle Whip guy. And then to have pepper with Miracle Whip and ham and cheese on honey wheat bread is one of the best fucking things you'll ever fucking experience. I'm about to get a fucking tattoo of a ham and cheese sandwich on my fucking
I
arm.
love it. With
Yeah.
the Miracle Whip coming out the side.
Yeah.
With
and
a
pepper.
little
There's
tag
prickles,
like...
There's little prickles of pepper on there.
Little hashtag the bread spread.
But
Yeah.
you ever eat macaronis and cheese?
I have it, of course.
You ever eat macaronis and cheese with pepper?
Well, of course. I'm a heavy spice guy.
Oh,
I like it
me
all.
too,
Now, all
man.
right. Who are all...
Yeah.
I know.
I
This
got
is the
black
thing.
pepper. Yeah.
So, okay. So our
No, not that. No, I'm not that. I'm not that smooth. I got the fucking the Kroger black pepper. Yeah, these guys didn't expect that. That was funny, man. We're in Bisbee, Arizona, and we're like, we're in Bisbee, Arizona, and making sandwiches and.
what?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing I don't understand. If you got a ham and cheese,
Yeah.
there's no mustard.
Fuck no.
How could you? How could
I am not a mustard guy. I'm a Miracle Whip guy. I think mustard guys and Miracle Whip guys are like opposite.
it's two different worlds?
It's two different worlds,
See,
but
now-
we're all the same because we
I-
like good music. No.
I get a little itchy because like I like
Aye,
mustard with my
mustard's
cheese. I'll take mustard with my turkey, but you got ham. You got to throw a little mayo, a little Miracle Whip on there.
The only mustard I'll ever eat probably is honey mustard
Honey mustard. All
with
right.
chicken strips.
Of course. Now, are any of
it.
you? Do any of you cook? Are you?
Yeah, I used to cook for
Okay.
years.
So
Always-
take
yeah.
this. So we're talking about spice.
Yeah.
Oh man, my girlfriend made this the other day, and I love doing this. Where you take a bulb of garlic and you cut the top off. You throw a little salt and pepper on it, and then after that, a little butter. Put it face down. Throw it on a sheet, cookie sheet. Put that in the oven. Let it get soft.
Smells so good.
Oh, it permeates
It's
the
like
entire house.
aroma.
And then afterward, you take it out, get a little bread, like crusty bread. Oh, good one. Good pull.
Sorry.
Bring it up again. We'll vote on
Your
it.
face, sorry.
That's okay. And then you just put that little butter on it, and then just put
yeah.
that
Damn,
that
you're
garlic
like-
just spreads.
That's like food porn. You're like a narrator.
I mean- A narrator.
of food porn right now. You could
Well-
be like that. You're the Barry White of food right now.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
You're like, take that garlic,
Oh, spread
cut
it on
in the
thick.
fuck. Yeah, see.
So when you, I'm from.
Oh, yes.
Show after a full-on show, and you were doing the tour. What kind of music would you like to hear right now?
This is amazing.
I think we're doing it. I think we got it
Give it
right.
up for Roger, man.
Give it up for Roger. Yeah.
You are an amazing person, and
No, don't.
what? You're blushing. No, look at him.
He's blushing.
Blushing. I love it. Dude, I loved your directions here, man. Like, I wish you were my GPS person.
we were-
Instead of that dumb bitch that gives us dumbass directions, I wish you were our fucking GPS person.
So what do you usually cook? What type of food?
I would like Snoop Dogg.
Me? Philly cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks.
I can make you one of the best fucking Philly cheesesteaks you've ever ate in your life.
So it's a
No.
Albuquerque cheesesteak,
Well,
though.
no, the thing is, man,
Yeah.
I learned from my friend from Philadelphia. His
All
name
right.
was Jim Lally. And there was a band that his stepsons used to play with, which grew mushrooms. by my
Okay.
house. It's called the Dirt Heads. Not the Dirty Heads. Fuck that reggae.
Yeah,
white-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fucking grunge from the 90s, man. Remember the 90s?
I do.
Underrated fucking era, man. What the fuck? So, okay, when you make a Philly cheesesteak, you don't buy that fucking wax paper bullshit.
Right,
You
right.
buy the fucking ribeye roast and trim out the fat as much as you can, but leave some fat on. You need
Sure,
some
sure.
gristle, man.
Sure.
So, and slice that motherfucker just in that ham slicer, man. Certain
Ooh.
slice, man. Because you got to chop that shit up.
Right. Season, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
All right, what are we
Pepper.
throwing? Oh, well, of course. I mean, pepper's like
lots
a
of
prereq.
pepper. So,
Now, what about spice? I mean, what I mean by that is like, what are we doing? Like,
green chili?
can we do? Well,
We're doing the real shit, bro.
Isn't I was gonna say New Mexico? Isn't that like a given?
dude,
It's like a
mushrooms?
right angle's 90 degrees.
Mushrooms, green chili, and onions, and a motherfucking tons loads of cheese.
Okay, now with the Philly cheesesteak, what are you slapping anything on the bread? Are we putting? Because like, let me tell you something.
yeah.
I know
Mayo.
now. All right,
Or no, I will not eat Miracle Whip on a Philly.
Okay,
Whoa,
so-
see, that's kind of weird.
you'll
huh?
go mayo. Now here's my question because my girlfriend Jen, she just picked up this Cuban mustard. And
fuck
it's got
is
some
that?
special flavor to it.
Sounds good. Sounds
I would
really
throw
good.
some
Sounds spicy.
I would throw. Oh yeah, it is.
Sounds good, man.
Oh, I love the heat, man. I
love
could
the
take
heat,
heat all day.
So I'm from Maine.
Right.
So I would cook hard shell lobster.
Yeah.
Steam hard shell lobster. So we do a big lobster bake. That's what we call it.
Right.
Oh, that's a beer. And
Little Coors Original there.
we would do so we do steamed lobsters, do a big lobster bake, and we do baked potatoes,
right.
and we do corn on the cob.
Oh, is it like I've seen that where it's like a all around boil kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, that's New Orleans.
No, that's different. I know
different?
what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. But this is there.
Do that for us, Brad.
It's individual. We need to get some lobsters in New Mexico.
Right.
Real lobsters.
And if you rub them right in between the eyes, you can hypnotize them and handstand them.
Right before you
Really.
kill them, boil them.
Yes.
Right before they make that squealy sound when
Yeah.
you put them in the water. And on that note, I think we're going to take a pizza break. Are we cool?
Are
we ready to chow down?
Beers.
All right, let's
Chow
take a
down.
break. While we're taking a break and grabbing some pizza, let's check out the latest release from the band High Priestess, based out of Los Angeles, California. This is Take the Blame. All right, and I think we're back now from an extended pizza break and a little Coors banquet.
I forgot to eat pizza.
Dude,
You did.
I just ate 9
Why don't
pieces
you
of pizza.
go grab some?
No, it's okay. I think I'm good.
You gonna be all right for a little bit?
Slices, I'm good.
I think I need more beer than
I ate all your pizza.
Is the problem that there's no pepper on it? Could that be it?
pepper on the pizza. No, I think the banquet Coors took my attention away from the pizza thing.
Understood. So you guys on this tour, you stopped off in Sedona, and you visited the vortex. Now, do you know what type of vortex that you were at? Because I know there's a few different types. We have like more of an electrical vortex, a magnetic vortex, or a balanced. Did you feel any of the above?
We're going to answer with D, all of the above.
Okay.
We actually, what happened is we went to Cathedral Rock today.
Right.
And we had a van spaceship that touched down into the trailhead. And then we hiked up and we went up to the top of Cathedral Rock.
Right.
And then
Some of us did.
a UFO came down and abducted us, took us up into space, and then dropped us back down into Sedona.
Wow.
But it was 100 years in the future.
Yeah.
And then we saw 99 years go back in time. And then we were in the present looking at ourselves, and it said, go to Rogue Bar and play a show.
Fantastic.
And that's what we did tonight.
Then we ate a burrito.
A burrito, a powerful burrito, I bet.
It was a magical.
A magical burrito.
And then we had pizza.
Now I have to ask because I know this has happened with a lot of alien abductions. Anal probing? No? Yes?
Only on one of us.
Oh, okay.
No, that's a myth.
Well, you guys
I
can
had
leave.
nothing to do with it.
I don't want to know who it was. You just keep that shit between yourselves. Now,
It was our merch guy, and then he had to leave.
yeah. I tell you, man, that anal gaping is a beast.
Yeah, I know. That's what he said, and then we said, sorry, man, he got to leave.
Sorry, bud.
You told me some story off mic that something like he went to sit on a fire hydrant and he didn't feel it? Like it just went right through him or something like that?
Yeah, I think that happened. I was kind of in the background, like smoking marijuana when that happened.
Okay.
We've gone through a lot of merch people.
I can imagine.
This happens in this band. We just really go through a lot of merch people.
So there was also just looking at some of the stuff on tour, there was this guy, James, I saw it on your social media, that dressed up like the devil from
Yes.
the album. He said something like from Raw Jam. Is that, I don't know, I apologize, is that a band or?
Yes, you're
Okay.
absolutely 100% right. So our artist that did the cover album of The Devil in the Desert,
Yeah.
our new record that came out in June this year, his name is Joe Volin.
Right.
And he does apocalyptic doom folk art.
Right.
And he is cousin of my wife. He gave us a family deal for the album cover. And he did the back as well, which is the undead crow on the cactus. Anyways.
Yeah.
So we're in Sierra Vista last week.
Okay.
It was last Friday.
Right.
Last Saturday. We go there,
You got a cough to
and
get
this
off,
band
by the way.
Raja plays.
Yep.
And he comes up after us, and up to us after he plays, and he's like, "Hey man, check this out." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, it's really cool. You're dressed, really cool."
Right.
And then he's like, "I'm the devil from the album," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And he had
He nailed it.
the masquerade,
Right.
like devil eyes with the fucking nose.
Oh, yeah, the contacts,
And,
all right.
right, and he had and the contacts, and then he was wearing this like the old kind of Victorian kind of style ruffled vampire vest that
He was playing in the band before us. It was great.
right, and it was unbelievable tribute, and we were like, wow, this is really quite a way to kick off the tour.
That sounds awesome.
So James Martinez from Raja,
Right.
Sierra Vista, Arizona.
Fantastic.
Thank you, buddy.
The Horn Toad.
We played at the Horn Toad that night, and Wayne from Fuzz Evil.
Okay.
Those are our homies, Fuzz Evil.
Yeah, and they're not far from here.
They're not, and they put on a good show down in the Horn Toad, man. It is every time we played there a couple times, and it's a fucking blast, dude.
They just know how to bring it.
God, they put on a good day. Yeah, it's just the crowd down there is awesome.
That's killer.
Vista, or where are they from?
Sierra Vista. Yeah, I know it's amazing over there.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I saw something else on social, and this was at the place that you mentioned called the Launch Pad. Tell me a little bit about this Hank Williams covers that were happening.
Yeah, so we Night of the Living cover bands has been happening for how many years?
Oh man, this has been going on for like 15 years. The launch pad. Now living cover bands. The weekends before Halloween, man. Because you know everyone has those fucking Halloween fucking parties on Halloween. They always make those excuses. I'm going to my friend's thing. So we do it before Halloween. So we kind of like hype up Halloween. But we've been doing it for years.
They did it here too. They had a bunch of different bands, and like one band would do all Motorhead covers, another band would do like the Dwarves or the Cramps or SOD and all kinds of
all
stuff.
those bands have done those. Like, there's a lot of local bands that do originals for the whole year, and then that day they just let loose. It's amazing, and all those bands you mentioned, they do those bands. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So the whole rule is that you're not allowed to play something within your genre.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
for us to do something, me and Roman were talking, and it was like we like country western a lot. Like,
Absolutely.
we're big fans. I grew up with that, listening to that in Maine. Like, my grandmother was always listening to Willie Nelson.
Right.
And it was like, what is this? I don't like this as a kid. But the music
Sticks with you.
like, yeah, it does stick with you, and it sort of, becomes part of your DNA as you
Absolutely.
grow. And then as you listen to it as an adult, but I mean, I guess it didn't take that long, to be honest. I was kind of like country western my whole life. I started playing acoustic guitar. So the whole point was that you're not allowed to do something in your own genre for the Night of the Living cover bands.
Right.
And it was like, well, we're going to do Hank Williams. So we did Lost Highway.
Nice.
We did Hey Good Looking What's Cooking as like a real kind of like a fast rockabilly punk rock version of it. We also did Your Cheating Heart.
Oh, nice.
Heavy.
Heavy. Yeah.
Nice.
We did that heavy.
And then we ended it with a real unknown Hank Williams song, but it's called The Angel of Death. It's probably the most darkest, heaviest lyrics in any song that we've ever heard.
Really?
And we just made it a little heavier.
Sure.
Because it's a very it's acoustic based song.
Right.
No drums.
No drums. It's just him and an acoustic guitar.
Sure.
But it's so fucking heavy, and we just added those.
Yeah, we added drums to that song.
Have you? I know it's on the second season now. Have you all checked out Tales from the Tour Bus?
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean they've got some killer stories.
Man.
Season 2 is now going to be all funk, I believe.
Oh, really?
Like
didn't know
I saw
about season two.
the poster. It had like Rick James and like P Funk and all that. So I guess
dude,
the
are
first
you
season was all
serious?
country. If you got a chance to
Johnny
see it,
Paycheck was one of the best ones. Waylon Jennings and Johnny Paycheck.
I gotta
Holy
say,
shit.
I love those. I'll take the Tammy Wynette and
George Jones one. Oh,
But
fuck.
my favorite,
Corrupt.
and I've discussed this before, was hands down Blaze Foley. Because I never heard of him. And I was
Yeah.
like, this guy never got his due. And he was just like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Just like a rambling man. And just like, I just loved it. I can't wait to see this. I've been
Those are
stockpiling them
epic.
so I can just, burn through them in a binge.
So epic. Mike Judge. He. I mean, King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead were epic, but he just up ones himself.
I love what he's doing
this
right
is
now.
amazing. It's funny that he does himself as a cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I love it.
And I love in so many of the episodes, it came down to, well, there was a lot of drinking, a lot of cocaine, and a lot of drinking. And did I mention cocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he goes on to the episode. I saw something else on your social media when the Deadbolt breaks. Can you tell me a little bit about that? I started listening to that, and I really liked it.
Yeah, they are badass, man. So I started a record label,
Right?
Desert Records,
Okay.
to put out the Red Mesa album,
Okay.
and had when the Deadbolt Breaks contacted me, was the first real band that I was like, fuck,
Right.
maybe I should like do some more stuff. And I didn't know if I was going to do anything, and and they were like, oh, and they sent me the album. And Aaron Lewis, we met him when Earth Ride,
Right.
which is fucking
Yes, Maryland Doom at its finest, other than Clutch, because Clutch is sick.
A Clutch fan. All right.
So Earth Ride came out and played Red Mesa's vinyl release show for The Devil in the Desert.
Okay.
And what an honor that was, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an epic fucking night, dude. You know, they had come in from Vegas, and various members of Earth Ride was on LSD.
Okay.
And they get on, I mean, you know, it was fucking awesome, and it really, you know, something really special. And we met Aaron, who was playing bass.
Mm-hmm.
In Earth Ride, and he is the main guy when the Deadbolt Breaks. So I just got their vinyl sent to my house today.
Oh, really?
So when I get back, I'm going to do a huge post and a big promotion, and the vinyl will be available. We're going to have 250 when the Deadbolt Breaks vinyl. It's going to be in deep purple.
Oh, nice.
And it's collector's item, and there's 250, and it's the most psychedelic doom. It's like what I call the soundtrack for your winter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to something that's going to be like warm you up, but it's dark and psychedelic and trippy,
It's ready for the next year.
they're fucking awesome, man. And so this is a good time to announce this.
Yes. Go ahead.
Do it.
Let's hear it.
This is a great time to. So we haven't announced this yet, but Red Mesa and When the Deadbolt Breaks are going on tour in March.
Oh, no shit.
And we're
Awesome.
going to start together at the Stoner Jam, the South by Southwest Stoner Jam.
That is
Los Suelos.
that is a killer show. I was out there for the last one, and there's so many other shows in Texas for that, you know, that week or a few days.
Yes.
It's nonstop
It's a
bands
party.
everywhere.
It's a fucking party. So we're very honored.
Who's going, brother?
Oh man, it's I don't. Is it okay to announce theirs? I don't know. I don't think you can.
Can you maybe a little taste, a hint? You don't have to say it, but like a hint. We'll get back to it.
Who can I say? Okay, Salem's Band. Okay, we actually jammed with some really good bands.
Bobby.
Yeah, we jammed
Right on.
with a lot of good bands on the tour, and a lot of them
Bobby.
are playing the fucking Stoner Jam, so it's fucking amazing.
No
So
kidding.
yeah, so Salem's Band.
And I just saw them. They should be having new material by that
Man,
time
they
too.
are fucking rocking.
Yeah,
dude.
they do. What is it? Les, a tip of Salem?
Yes.
That ending to that track.
Yeah,
Jesus,
they're
man.
fucking badass. The hollow body bass fucking sounded amazing live.
So, also, I'm looking on your social. What is going on with what you would call like Panama radio? That you had a radio station coming through the
At
amplifier.
practice, yeah. Oh, at practice,
how,
yeah.
Well, how does that even happen?
I don't know. Yeah, well, New Mexico is kind of an interesting state of mind.
Yeah, we catch some weird frequencies out there, man.
Well, wasn't Wolfman Jack from there? Do you remember Wolfman Jack?
I remember Wolfman Jack.
Yeah,
He was from there, wasn't he?
and he had like this massive, like 50,000 watts of power, and
power.
he was
50,000
everywhere.
watts of power. Wolfman Jack.
That's
Well,
right.
Buddy Guy had a studio out there in the South Valley, man, that just recently
really?
got sold on eBay, Craigslist, wherever the hell that shit's called. But yeah, man, there's fucking epic shit that goes down there.
Right. Yeah, I was just wondering because I saw that and I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
So we were me and Roman were working on some of those Hank jams,
Right.
and I turned it on. I turned on the amplifier, and all I got was fucking like weird
Mexican radio.
desert Mexican radio.
Yeah, it was
Little wall
it
of
was
voodoo
real
right there.
weird. It was weird.
We call it Panama radio.
Panama Radio. Welcome to it. So you guys have been out for a bit, and I saw that you toured with a few different bands. Actually, I don't know where Paul went. I don't know where the fuck he
Paul
zoned
at?
out.
We love Paul.
But you played
He's
with
eating pizza.
King Chiefs.
Smoking weed too.
Yeah, probably. I know you played with King Chiefs And I saw, I think maybe Green Druid was here, and then
We hosted
over to
them in
you,
Albuquerque.
and you played with them too. Over the past year, like, what would you say were some bands that just kind of blew your doors off live?
Duel from
Duel.
fucking Austin.
Yeah.
I love you, motherfuckers.
They were here in July, man. They just tore it up. And that little
Great Electric Quest.
Oh, Great Electric Quest.
Yeah, them cats rock.
and they were just here
Yeah.
like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This is like the next generation of fucking stoner rock and roll, man.
Right.
We're playing with all Nebula Drag, Salem's Bend, like it goes on and on. There's so many good bands out there.
Yeah.
Straight up wizards.
Yeah.
Jedi level. They're cool.
It is, man. Like we're the next generation of rock and roll, man. And that's cool to say because all of us believe it and we all talk to each other and we're like, all believe it. And it's gonna happen because we all believe it. And that energy that all of us produce is gonna like explode. Even the Goya guys, man, Jeff, Nate from Spirit of Drift, from Takeover in the Short, all you guys, man. You guys, this freaking region is gonna explode, man. The East Coast had their day. The Southwestern coast is we're gonna have our time, man. This is our time now, because we're gonna put all of us on the map, man, and it's amazing.
And I can see it. I mean, the love for people in this scene, they just, everybody comes together. There's such camaraderie. I mean, we know from where we are spending some time right now that that happened on a whim, you know, and we wound up here. Let me ask you this. Now, I don't know, when you go touring, you have a specific vehicle. Is that correct?
So we just we're at the tail end of our first tour.
Okay.
We rented a Dodge Caravan.
All right.
So
Now,
we're
what
a
is
trio.
what is the nickname for this vehicle? If I'm not mistaken, does it start with a G?
No, it's white.
Well,
So,
what happened to the what?
how
Maybe
about White Lightning?
well, you know that, and that's funny. It's funny you should say that because I saw something that you posted about the Gray Ghost.
That's
his,
no
What
me. That's me. That's me and my wife's.
that's the in-state. That's the in-state.
Oh, that's the in-state vehicle.
That's the in-state touring vehicle. There's certain rules for that Gray Ghost.
What? All right. What are the rules?
I'll let Brad take over.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
So the Gray Coast is owned by me and my wife, and so I was strictly told that's not a touring van.
Right away.
Yes.
Love you, baby.
All right.
And so, anyways, so we can do it interstate shows, but we can't cross state lines
All right.
as a band.
Good to know.
Yeah. So that's the Gray Ghost. So this one, I'm thinking White Whale, dude. White Whale.
Moby Dick.
Very nice.
So we're in the White Whale.
Awesome, you fucking
Now you talked about White Lightning. Now I don't know if you know this.
Moonshine?
Great Electric Quest. Their touring van is called White Lightning,
Yes, it is. And
and they actually have a pin that had. I couldn't resist buying that pin that just had that little White Lightning on there with Great Electric Quest on it.
those guys are amazing. Thank you for Buddy for hooking us up with the San Diego show. Much love. Dude, T-Sweat.
Great Electric Quest.
Ucho drums.
White Lightning, Red Mesa.
And the
White
King of
Whale.
Beers, Jerry Bliss. Don't forget. Yeah. Give me.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
just in switching gears just for a minute, I saw that you did an Indiegogo for your release. What do you think? Oh, thanks, Roger. What do you think? Good, bad, and different? What was your experience on it?
It was on the good side. I tried to. Okay, so back it up real quick. Lost Red Mesa's rhythm section due to families and responsibilities. I had recorded studio time for The Devil in the Desert.
Right.
I had no band. So I was doing it all myself in terms of raising the money for the studio time, figuring out how I was going to get the right musicians in there.
Funny posts, by the way. Check them
Yeah.
out.
And so Indiegogo, it was successful enough to buy some partial vinyl.
Okay.
And get a lot of the music pre-sold to a lot of our fans out there. And I really appreciate everybody helping out on that.
Worldwide.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It was. We had a lot of people internationally too, which was cool. For a little band from New Mexico, we appreciate that. And
It's
so,
amazing how far it travels.
It's unbelievable, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been even in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah,
pre-ordered. So to have that experience, to do that, and then once the album was recorded, we got Roman and Josh on board, and
Right.
things picked up really fast. And to be on tour with these guys, it's kind of like, yeah, we got one more show, but like we're starting to feel like we're getting fired
Ready
up.
to go for another 3 weeks, man. Let's do it.
I'm ready to go. The momentum.
Everything's kind of gelling together.
So March, we'll see you on the road in March.
Awesome.
Maybe January with Black Magic Flower Power. Keep out a look for that.
Hey, you never know.
We've been talking.
Good.
We've been talking.
Now as I'm looking at you and seeing what you're wearing here, I see this devastatingly handsome battle jacket.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of pieces to this.
This is my third one, man.
Can we do this?
Yeah.
That's the fucking battle
There's
jingle.
a jingle.
That's
not
the
Christmas
battle jingle.
That's the battle jingle, not the Christmas jingle.
So, all right. Here's the thing. So I have a jacket, and I've got the patches, and now I gotta get it going.
well,
So, what do you suggest? Like, give me a few do's and don'ts.
get some patches from Wino.
Okay.
Great advice.
Okay, so Wino gave me this fucking patch right here, dude. It's made out of an American flag.
Right.
So he said, "This is for your fucking cocaine." I was like,
Oh.
"Yes." And so I don't put nothing in there but
Okay.
my cocaine.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah. But this one, man, this one's special, man. This one,
Is there any in there? Is that what you're looking for?
oh yeah, what the fuck is going on?
What?
Why is it empty right now? But
Put some cocaine in there.
yeah, hey, Roger,
Yeah. If we got anything,
let's
good,
put some cocaine in there,
Yeah.
please. This
And-
one though.
yes.
So Wino was going through some crazy shit, man.
Right.
And did we just commit a felony on
What? What?
podcast radio?
No.
Okay.
I don't, this is like we call hearsay. This is like
Okay.
This is we're creating effect.
Yes,
it's like
we are.
leading the audience in through like the mind's
Let's
eye.
edit that out.
Yeah,
Let's get, there's edits. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
it's hearsay.
Well, this one, man, though, Wino. Oh shit, it involves drugs. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever it is, it is. I guess my question is like, so what would you suggest? Is there anything that you would suggest as a do or don't for creating this battle jacket? I know apparently
don't
we
do
need,
speed
don't do speed.
off
Apparently,
a buck knife with Wino.
okay, so let's see what we got here. So here's some tips that I'm noticing. Everything's placed perfectly. We have enough pins to create the battle jingle,
Yes.
so that's important. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's
Do you hear
dry.
that? It's almost, you know what? It's almost like letting freedom ring as we play that. And there's a lot going on. So, all right.
Yes.
I think you know what? I think we'll just move forward a little bit.
This is my third vest, and
Yeah.
man, if you saw my first one, you would run away because that smell. Actually, the mayor of Albuquerque, man,
Right?
Keller, was so attracted to my vest because I do a record shop and I have a record shop in downtown Albuquerque, and we did our grand opening and
Yeah.
and the mayor of Albuquerque, the new elected mayor, Mr. Keller, Mayor Keller.
Cheers to Mary
Oh,
Kelly.
yeah, cheers to Mayor
Oh,
Keller.
very nice.
Yes, I will send him to this podcast, but he's an amazing person, and he was just so attracted to my vest. My vest is like on display because my mom does this like. She's an amazing quilter, so she helps me do my vest. Hey, I know that's not punk rock, but hey, my mom's involved.
See?
That's fucking punk rock. If yeah.
Now we learned something.
Dude,
That's the key.
I place them.
Moms are rock and roll, dude.
Moms are rock and roll like
fucking,
a fuck. There's so many
moms.
times my bands, she's made breakfast for my bands, and it's just amazing. My mom is fucking rock and roll, man. Like, she taught me about Rock and roll, man.
So
And my
basically,
dad,
I
too.
knew if we dove deep enough.
Even my mom's. We had punk bands when we were kids.
Yeah.
Because my brothers all played, so we would have a punk band on one side of the house. We would have a metal band on the other side of the house.
Oh, my God.
And my mom's would feed everybody. Yeah. And she was just like, be an individual and don't ever fucking bow to nobody.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
There you go.
we love our moms in Red Mesa. I mean, the moms are the glue of Earth. I mean, they keep it together.
The salt of the earth.
You know,
And apparently, the secret of a battle jacket.
and it is.
Yes,
It's
we figured it out.
the
Basically,
secret of all rock
You
and
want a
roll.
battle jacket in one fucking day? Ask your mom to sew that shit on.
nice.
That's a rhyme too.
I mean, I'm not gonna fucking bust up my hands. I play drums, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, you got you know.
I need my fucking limbs.
Yeah, there becomes a limit, honestly. So let's go over this a little bit. So this new release, we have The Devil in the Desert. If you don't mind, I was just gonna throw out a track name and just give me like a few sentences or something about it and how it came about. So the first track, Devil Come Out to Play. What can you tell me about that?
I wrote that on acoustic guitar almost 10 years ago.
Right.
And the first half of that album was kind of like my idea of as a solo album,
Sure.
acoustic based, singer songwriter, kind of up close and personal.
Right.
And the Devil Come Out to Play was just sort of like, as I was writing this album, was like, well, that sounds like a good opener, and it's not what you would think of hearing in a typical, the genre of doom, stoner doom or whatever.
Sure.
And I like acoustic music,
Okay.
and it was like, let's do that.
And why not, man?
And let's do something cool and open it up with acoustic track, and had Alex McMahon come in and do lap steel on it, which really brought that incredible like energy to start the album.
Sure.
And it's a really stripped down acoustic track to open that album, man. And we do that one live a lot too, to try to kind of like get that boot stomping, shit kicking the side of a barn while there's a big bonfire outside. That kind of feeling, man.
Sure.
Like, Devil Come Out to
Party
Play.
feeling, man. Party vibe.
And what can you tell me about The Devil's Coming Round?
The Devil's Coming Around was me as an adult writing my perspective of being in Maine on Halloween.
Okay.
Because Maine is like dark and creepy, and there's hills, and there's these trees that have lost all the leaves, and it's cold, and there's this big moon, and there's the ocean, and there's fog.
Atlantic Ocean.
And it's just New England is so creepy in the fall and early winter.
Right.
And right around Halloween is it seems like that's when we all start to see poltergeists. And feel them, and I believe in ghosts, and I was around them as a kid because Maine is a really old state,
right?
Has a lot of old buildings, and a lot of these old houses that my friends lived in, there were poltergeists there, and I was interested in the idea of like, what is the devil?
Mm-hmm.
And the devil's coming around is kind of like, there's some energy out there that will try to lure you in and suck you into the dark side or the evil side. And that's what that song's about, man.
Be strong enough to fucking deny it or just play along with it.
Speaking of, if there's these poltergeists in these houses and etc., do you think they just hang? I'm not trying to be silly about it, but do you think they hang, or do you think they go back into a portal somewhere in the house or something, or
They just live in the shadows.
just in the shadows?
We're all just on this earth. The souls just hang out with us the whole time. There's probably ancient souls just hanging out with us right now.
Probably.
I think with those poltergeists that I grew up with, had some attachment to that physical property, that house,
Right.
And for whatever reason, we kind of believe that they have not been able to release something from Earth,
Okay.
and they come back to that to have some kind of closure.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that we believe in Maine is that you have to live a life that you don't have regrets, so you don't need to be attached to earth by the time that you die.
Sure.
Is that you're allowed to transcend and move on.
Give the mic to Josh. I know he has something to say about this.
Oh.
I totally spaced out.
See, that's an answer that I would give, Josh. See, Roman, yeah, that's a Roman answer for sure.
I will ask you a specific question so there won't be any confusion in the future.
That's a Roman
How about this?
answer.
How about we move to another track? What about Springtime in the Desert?
Ooh, let's give this back to Brad.
It's an instrumental, and it's really just about I like to try to paint landscape into the music.
Sure.
And so if we can get landscape in there, and then create an environment for the devil and the desert to live in, like how do you create? I guess that's the question of the band. Is we're always like, hey man.
No, what you got to answer is, what's the concept of the devil in the desert, man? That's the best part of the whole. I hope I didn't steal one of your questions.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Well, actually, when I first joined the band, when he asked me, he was like, oh, this and this. He was like, I want you to be on a record, and I want you to play on this album that I'm going to record with Matt Tobias. Which Matt Tobias is an amazing person. I worked with him in my bands, with Jag and Mouth,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. Well, pretty much just Jag and Mouth.
Okay.
Sorry. But he was like, do you want to be on this record? I was like, I can't. Because I'm going out to the East Coast to go to Maryland Doomfest.
Okay.
And he was just like, okay, well, I'm going to record this album. And I was like, fuck yeah. But he was like, I want you to jam because one day we were like drunk. At Anodyne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, and I was like, you know what? I want to jam with you, man. And he was just like, let's do this, man. So when he asked me, I kind of had plans to go out to Maryland Doomfest, which is amazing.
Right.
But I came back and he did the record and he showed it to me and I was just like, fuck, that's sick as fuck, dude. And I was like, I'm down.
So you had to be on it. You had no choice. Yeah.
Well, I did have a choice because I do have a lot of things going on, but just listening to it and just talking to Brad and to see how just down he was just for everything, man. He was just like ready to tour. He was ready to do an album. And I was just like, dude, me too, man. Because I just got out of Jag and Mouth and Jag and Mouth had so much potential. And so much, like, we were doing it, man. And then, because this era of stoner doom rock is, we can't miss this wave. Because this wave is, like, it's unreal, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's back, man, you know? Because the 90s, man, there was so much good stuff with Caius, with fucking, just so much shit, man.
Well, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter whether it's Caius or Candlemass or
Candlemass.
you know, I mean,
with Trouble, the Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been touring again.
Yeah. No, Eric Wagner's on it, man. Even with Blackfinger, man. I've been cursed with the Blackfinger, so I know what that's about. And actually, I got to hear him explain to what that actually meant, and it meant the finger that you put your bowl in, or the finger you put their weed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome, man. Me, him, and Sherman, man, we were like hanging out at Maryland Doomfest when they played, and he was like, man, Black Finger, what does that mean? He was like, oh, actually, that finger that you just smash your bowl in. And then we were just like, fuck yes, dude. And I was just like, that's the best, man.
Oh God. So it's good, you know. It's
funny as
good that
shit.
you got a chance to be on this record, man.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I wasn't on the record.
you
No, because I came back and then we jammed. Matt Tobias was the drummer.
Oh,
He's an
okay.
amazing drummer. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And producer. So I wasn't on the record. He asked me to be on the record, but I had that vacation. So,
Right.
But I couldn't deny it. So he did the record and we came back and just fucking destroyed.
And now doing the tour.
Yeah,
And,
but,
you know, you're
but
on
so
tour.
many shows before that, like we did a lot of cool shit with Randy, but Josh is here now, and and actually the stuff we're writing on the road. What's cool is like we've been doing like little jams and stuff, and we're writing new stuff as we go on the road.
Right. And you know, some bands I know I've talked to that they don't touch it. They don't touch anything at all. And you know, I think the creative outlet can be good. I mean, it's all dependent on the person, but if you can find something and jam out to it and create some new material, why not?
Yeah, where you're living life, man. That's the thing with my old band Jack and Mouth. Like we were writing songs on the road as we lived it, man.
Right.
By the ocean and this is shit. And like that's what we're doing now, man. We're just living every day and playing every day and just like we just add like little parts in between songs and it's like really cool because it expands the song, but not only that, but we're like going in depth into other songs.
Cool.
And writing songs, actually.
Yeah.
I bet you when we go back to jam, we're going to probably have, like, a lot of fucking cool shit to write on, you know?
Yeah, whether you're just fleshing out ideas or whatever, and then it can grow once you can kind of almost come down the high of touring.
The high.
Yeah.
The high, that's the thing, man. When I go back, the high from that is going to be so depressing when I go back to Albuquerque. Not saying that's a bad thing, but...
returning to reality from tour.
Yes.
Is
And speaking of, how about we go into the next track, Desert Soul?
okay. Desert Soul. I wrote that on an acoustic in Maine in 2009, and had the idea of the rhythm section. Did the lead part and just kind of sang over it. And it was basically about like you start every day with new hope.
Right.
That's kind of like try to weave in those concepts into the record where it's dark,
right?
But you find that hope to keep moving forward, and you find those things in life that you look forward to. And for me, it was like finding that soul is sun in Spanish.
Sure.
And I was gonna play on words with soul, and for me, it was like, oh, you got that sunrise, and things are gonna be okay,
right?
And you start another day, man. And I don't know. That's what that's about.
It sounds like it's a lot about like it could just be the littlest things that give you joy and give you happiness.
And you have to focus on that in life because there's a lot of things, and it's the weirdest thing, man, is that it's a human concept of that a lot of people have negative energy and want to bring you down.
Of course.
Every day.
Well, people want to see you fail.
Yeah.
Constantly. Like,
because
you can't do it. You can't go out on a tour.
No,
You're doing this.
No,
you can't do this.
Can't do it.
No, can't be done. Well, and that's
that.
And that's when you just turn around and say, just watch me.
Yeah.
Watch me.
There's something in the human concept that they love the idea of failure and the idea of trying to use your negative energy to drag someone else down.
Absolutely.
Is a really it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible
It's real.
Well, there's a lot of power plays. Sometimes people like to see other people fail just so they can almost quote unquote like feel above you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm succeeding. I don't know what's up with them.
They're trying to hold you down.
Well,
Yeah.
surprise, surprise, people. That's not the point of life. The point of life is that you need to learn how to be an individual and to express yourself and to be a good person. Where that exists, man. Like
Right.
we all live on Earth, and there's no racism.
Build on the energy that's around you and positivity. Wake up in the morning, be positive. Don't be negative. Be positive. Build on positivity.
Stay positive.
We're all living beings on Earth, and we need to learn how to take care of each other and create communities, and not be racist and not be prejudiced and not kill each other. And
let's hope in time.
At some point, I mean, that's utopia, right? Is to be able to live on a planet and be in peace. And Red Mesa is about that, man. We don't believe in negativity. It's like you need to elevate your mind and your body and your soul to be able to become the human being that you were put here for, to vibrate on a high level, and to really just feel the power of being alive. I mean, that's just incredible in and of itself,
Maybe you can grab a little of that from a Vortex in Sedona.
Right, yeah.
You never know.
Okay, so there's a little story about that shit. So Brad was the only one that made it up to the top, man.
Okay.
So I decided to have a PBR or 2 or 3. And we made it up halfway, but there was a point where like you had to think about the show tonight and your life and death.
Yeah.
So I think me and Josh kind of hung out below, but the view was nice and whatnot. But It was beautiful. So we got to feel it too, but Brad kind of got the full experience. Fucking butthole cleansing. Fucking
Oh,
Vertex,
nice.
dude. Yeah.
Powerful.
No, it was.
You
I'm
gotta
sure
clean
it
the
was.
pipes. Yeah.
I'm sure if we went up there, our butthole would have been cleansed.
All right. Oh,
But
good. Good.
I had to use the Scots in the bathroom.
We prefer to say the happy brown eye.
The happy brown eye.
Yeah.
Oh, or the round brown.
The brown what?
The round brown.
The round brown.
Sorry. No, I just wanted to let you know that because it's the truth, man. I fucking failed.
I'll even go with leather Cheerio. I don't care. Balloon knot. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever works.
I
for
like
you.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, I had to bring
Which speaking of. Speaking of the area where there would be what we would call the forbidden hello.
Oh, yeah, that
let's
butthole?
talk about Sacred Datura.
So that is a heavy song. I
forgot we were talking about songs.
As yeah,
I think that's the underrated track on the album.
really. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Oh, we got a little ZZ Top going on here.
that's easy
All right,
top,
right on.
baby.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Get
go
off
ahead.
track.
That's easy.
ZZ Top is fucking badass.
So Sacred Datura is what the Native Americans referred to as Jimson weed, the local weed, but the Datura is a psychedelic flower
Okay.
that blooms at midnight.
Right.
And if anyone out there has read Carlos Castaneda's book, Don Juan, A Yaqui Way of Life, he describes how the Arizona Yaqui Indians would collect the flower,
Right.
do a 4-day ritual with it to make it really powerful.
Okay.
And then you would go on a trip
Really
in the desert on it, and that was how you learned how to turn into a bird.
interesting.
And you learn how to shapeshift and fly.
Wow.
And this was something that the Native Americans have been doing for thousands of years. And once a
Toltecs could fly. They could fly in their dreams. That's why they visited the cosmos.
and so this was a spiritual experience for you to fly and to get a message from something into the spirit world.
Right.
And that's what Sacred Datura is about.
What do you think that means?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I apologize.
We're in the spirit
Roger,
world.
what were you saying?
We're in the spirit world.
Chat with me for a second.
What do birds mean? What do the tattoo
Roger,
birds
he's telling us about
Oh,
tattoo
he's just
birds.
he's vibing right now.
I love it.
I'm sorry.
He's playing
So,
amazing
you know that
music,
here's the
man.
thing. Here's
You
the
are
thing that
playing
kills me. Here's the thing that gets me. So you're talking about
Rock and roll.
you're talking about Sacred Datura. It just brings such a different level to me to hear this story, because for years when I was in Florida, I didn't live too far from Datura Boulevard, and I was like, I wonder if they got it from that. I don't know.
I don't know the boulevard personally.
You're not missing much, really.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
You
it.
know the avenue, though, right? Was that a joke? No, I don't. No, that's not good. Oh, my bad.
It's close. It's close. So, what can you tell me about Route 666? 666.
It's real. There's a real highway called that.
Really?
In
Where's
New
that?
Mexico, like northern, like the Four Corners, New Mexico.
Yeah.
There's actually a Route 666 up there. So, I mean, this song is sort of, you have to take that from the state, which is awesome.
Sure.
And then, and for me, it's like central in Albuquerque is Route 66. It's right through the heart of Albuquerque. And for me, it's just, it's such a mix of, you have like the prostitutes on the street and the drugs.
Okay.
And the seedy, burned out hotels, and the neon cowboy lights from the 70s, and then the university, and all little, bars around the university, and then you go down into downtown, and you got the Amtrak station, the Greyhound, and it's just a ton of people, like transient, moving through New Mexico, Albuquerque, being the big, and then you have all these like cool rock and roll clubs, and a bunch of people on the side of the streets begging for change.
Wow.
And it's just like, it's kind of like in Albuquerque,
Interesting
it's like,
space.
whatever you want to get, you're gonna be able to find it
It'll be
somehow.
there.
Yeah.
Whatever you're looking
Just
for, you'll
ask
find.
someone.
Yeah.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find.
Just ask someone. Just ask somebody. You're going to have it.
And you will find it on Route 666. And what about The Devil in the Desert, man? It's like the longest track. What can you tell me about it?
Title track, buddy. That's the big one at the ender.
Ender, I like that.
The Ender.
So basically, it's about 11 minutes long.
Yep.
And it just wraps up the album.
Okay.
It's in this case, the song is in the perspective of the devil. He's telling the story. This is me. I have arrived. You've conjured me, because the music so far has conjured the devil.
Right.
And it's like he finally arrives and he's in his full glory. He's like, this is the power that I hold. Is that if you give me what I want, I get more powerful. But if you never give me what I want, I'm not powerful.
Right.
So does that make me a manifestation of man? And that's sort of the ultimate question of the album is, as human beings, we have the ability to conjure the devil.
Right.
Does the devil exist without us? We don't know,
Yeah.
you know?
We're not quite sure.
The devil is in us every day.
The devil is with us every
Every
day. Yeah, I mean, within us every day, yeah.
And it's a fight.
And that's the whole point, is that we all battle our demons, and we bring that out, and I just want to take that concept and put it into a desert rock album.
Which came across, I mean, beautifully. I mean, if anybody hasn't checked them out live, please don't hesitate. And now that they're going out on tour again, sometime early next year, you'll be
Texas.
way shocked when you see them live. I mean, I love it. It's just everything that embodies that spirit of that desert rock theme. So what do you think? Do you think you might have some new material out by that time, or you're not sure yet?
3, 2, 1. Maybe we might need. I think after March. Well, there's something big in May happening in Taos, so
Okay.
maybe after that.
So you might.
Can you talk about that?
I don't know. I think so. I think so.
Okay.
So
You think so? Okay.
there's a place up in Taos called Taos Mesa Brewery, Mothership.
Right on.
There's a big festival happening. I don't know if this is an official announcement, but this is an announcement. So from May 16th to the 18th, Taos Mesa Brewing, the monolith on the Mesa.
Ooh.
A rock and roll experience, man. You'll never experience ever.
I think I might
It's
have
gonna
to be
be
taking a
art.
road trip.
Yes. We're going to do a live podcast from there.
Shit, yeah.
Okay, so I can't say too many bands right now.
That's okay.
Oh, fuck.
But you could just say, "Hey, we got something coming."
We got something coming, man.
That's
Okay,
it.
I got it. I could say one headliner, maybe.
Okay. Red Mesa.
No, Red Mesa is definitely gonna play. If I better fucking play, I'm the motherfucker helping booking this shit. So
Okay.
we better fucking play it. Shit. Well,
Huge bands that Roman book.
well, Black Maria's gonna play too.
Ooh.
I gotta give a shout out to my boys in Black Maria, man.
Very nice.
Legends, man. Legends in the Albuquerque music scene. Yeah, Gordy, Brian, Brent. Get well, my friend. I love you, man. I love you till the end. Dude, and Terry Sells, man. I love you guys. The whole Sells family. Gordy Anderson's family. Brian Banks' family. All you guys. I love you guys. Well, Black Maria's playing. Well, okay. I got to just say one. Okay.
Yeah.
Ohm is the headliner.
Are you fucking
Yeah.
serious?
And we're going to do a psychedelic. Oh, dude. Okay. You know the guy that used to go on the road with Radio Moscow, Dead Meadow?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't.
He's going to be doing our psychedelic fucking mothership show.
Oh.
So there's going to be Ohm with the psychedelic liquid show. It's going to be amazing.
the Liquid Light show.
Yeah, Liquid Light show.
Yeah. Earthless is going to be
He's an
here
older
in
guy.
December,
Yeah.
and he's going to be with them.
Well, Earthless
doing
is
that.
one of the bands we're trying to confirm too.
All right. Well,
Well,
fingers crossed.
See, I can't say shit like that.
All right.
See?
You know what? I think you said enough.
Yeah, I think I
let's
said
let's
enough.
just move forward.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you each, because I know you all have some side stuff going on. Can you tell me how you started the record shop?
Yeah, definitely. Well, my longtime friend Mike Trujillo, which is a long time fucking. He used to do this show back in the day called Zero Hour. Yes. And he used to help out the music scene so much, man. He used to have the old school thrash metal bands like Abaddon, fucking Abominate Race, Laughing Dog, Zero Hour, man. And Mike Trujillo used to have us, all of our bands on that fucking show, man. He used to give us mad exposure.
Right.
And then one day I became his boss at the launch pad, and oh, my bad. Oh, there's
right.
cans. There's cans crashing.
Got a few cans around here. We'll move it over.
There's a lot of empty cans right there.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. A lot of Coors Banquet around here.
Well, Mike Trujillo and me were hanging out after a show. I think it was like a metal show, but we became drinking. We started drinking, and we started talking about like what we wanted to do in the long run. And like we kind of had the same idea about like a record shop, music shop, but a place where local bands and people could hang out and like just gel and network and like build a scene, man, you know. And it fucking happened, man. And now we're 6.5 months in. And shit's going good, and they're out there doing what they're doing now. And my friend Gordy Anderson from Black Maria is fucking taking my place. There's no one better.
There you go.
Because Gordy is like the living legend, man. He is the reason why Albuquerque fucking is happening right now. Because he did shows with Black Flags. So in 1983, the year I was motherfucking born, I'm sorry to say, no, I'm not sorry to say that shit. I'm fucking born in 1983. Fuck.
That's fine. I'm born way before that, so it's okay.
Well, the thing was, fucking Gordy. Okay, so I brought St. Vitus to the Launchpad a few years ago.
Right.
And fucking Dave Chandler and Gordy are over there talking about how Gordy brought Black Flag and St. Vitus, 1983, to the South Valley. And St. Vitus was on SST Records.
Yeah,
SST Records. And they were the outcasts, but like Gordy made him feel at home, and like Dave Chandler remembered that, and he was just like hugging him. Even fucking Mike Adams was just like fucking just. They remembered that moment, and that was the year I was fucking born. And just to see them like embrace that moment and talk about that fucking show was amazing. Because I wish I was there, man.
Yeah,
I was born too late.
You're creating your own. You're creating your own memories right now. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, no,
you're creating on tour.
Well, it's like music. Like is this timeline that people can ride together.
Right.
And you can like go, oh, dude, I've been listening to that album from 1973,
Sure.
and this person goes, well, I was at that. I saw this band live.
I was at that, yeah.
And you're like, oh my god.
Yep.
And what that does is like you have two generations. Someone who grew up with it and went to see these bands, and someone who listens to the bands now and they love them.
Right.
And those kind of connections like make you feel human, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Right? Because
it brings them back to earth, down to earth too, you know? Because they're like, I'm playing in a band with you, and you're fucking that young.
It unites everybody.
Yeah, it does.
yeah. We had a guy come up. I'm sorry. We had a guy come up to us tonight, and he goes, he's like, "Hey man, I see what you guys are doing." We're like, "What is that?"
Okay.
And he's like, you guys are like trying to bring that rock and roll back. I see what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
And Roman was like, yeah, we're like that new generation, like he just said. And it was like, we are this generation that we really believe in rock and roll.
Right.
We know all the old generations, so they're like teaching us to take on the torch, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, because there's a dedication to that. Like, there's a lot of sacrifice, and like,
Sure.
you had to figure out, we all have jobs. Like, you have those people.
Figure out your place in the rock and roll.
Yeah. And how to figure out how to balance it all. Anyways.
So, and speaking of balance, while you have the mic, so you like to go camping, hiking, etc. What of it? What do you get out of it?
I'm not a religious person.
Okay.
But nature is like this, that kind of like playground for me that has always been like, I guess church, music and nature have been like my church.
Sure.
It's like those are the things that I find the most wisdom in life.
Right.
Because human beings can confuse you and you can learn a lot from them, but it's like, oh man, there's not just the human element on Earth. There's other ways to communicate.
Absolutely.
And it's important to tap into those things to try to take information from that.
Right.
So nature, God, man, like we've all been sleeping on the floor all tour, man.
Yeah,
and I think, all of us
Last night I slept in the dungeon.
The dungeon.
you were above the
I
dungeon.
was above the dungeon.
Is this regarding the house show?
So there's a house show in Flagstaff.
All right.
And I will come back to the question.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, okay.
I got this.
back to the question.
But we played in a cave in the Cottage House in Flagstaff, which is a 12-year-old epic venue.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I just found out that Kylesa played there like 10 years ago, down in there, which is we love Kylesa. So any
Cremated.
yeah.
He's in the cremator.
What were we coming back to now?
Oh, so you were at the show. You were talking about the house show, and you said it was a little strange.
Yeah, the house show was cool. I mean, the house show was amazing. Just being down in the cave was a little strange.
A little weird, yeah.
You put some lights on in there, and there's it's so fucking to me like punk rock. Like it's short
Low ceiling.
low ceiling, so
Yeah.
you can't lift anything up.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
like fucking take your guitar off too high. You can't move to the left because you'll hit a pole. You can't move to the right because you'll hit Roman on drums. Josh can't move backwards because he'll take out the drums. Josh can't turn right because he'll hit a pole. And you're just like in there, and we're only a 3-piece, and the band that played before us was 5, and they were like right in their little spots. They had their little spots, and they owned it. And I felt like we were like, oh my god, we need more.
We got
space.
so much room. But yeah, the sound must have been pretty fucking loud, man.
We turned way down.
Oh yeah.
And it was actually cool because the sound just filled the room like you were in headphones.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool.
So to go back to this hiking, and
So nature
Camping,
has
etc.
been this thing for me that has always like been a big healer. Like music and nature have been big healers for me.
Right.
Just tapping into something that's really like powerful and spiritual.
Right.
And music kind of does the same thing, but it's kind of like the sound of it, where it's like you're in nature and you get the whole experience of like relaxing and being around the natural earth and whatnot. But then and music kind of tells you these stories and experiences, and those two things for me have been integral for me, like writing songs.
right.
Is that it's not just about like something bad happened to me and I'm upset. Mm-hmm. There's kind of more to life than something bad happening to all of us and being upset. Well, fucking A, that happens to all of us.
Yes, it does.
That's great. I get that. But there's also this like a spirit world to tap into. There's environments to walk outside of your door,
Right.
and to go like walk out in the fucking forest, walk out in the mountains, walk out in the desert, swim in the ocean, go fly up in the air, like do something that gets you out of your comfort zone and is gets you out onto the earth, because this place offers a lot of fucking surprises,
And it's almost like detaching from other humans too.
Yeah, well, and that too, man.
I really feel it's necessary. It goes back to that energy thing. Sometimes you get those energy vampires. They just rob you blind. You don't even see it coming sometimes, and you just need something to it's a reset. Yeah. It's like a reset button.
I think it's like one of the things to be aware of, and I'm an intense fucking dude, and I can talk somebody's ear off. But it's also like understanding people's energy space,
right?
Just personal space, and understand that we all need to recharge, but we also need an outlet for our energy too.
Yep.
And it's this constant circle. I don't know. Just try to be aware human being. We're lucky to be here and to be able to have everything working and being able to communicate. So you got to think about how you communicate, like how you have the ability to express yourself. So how do you want to express yourself?
Right.
As a good person, with meaning, and to try to like spread love and compassion, and to spread like a good energy and a positivity. Mm-hmm. I mean, why would you do the other thing? It doesn't make any sense.
It feeds some people. I swear to God, it does. I don't get it, and I don't think I will get it.
Yeah.
But I would like you to pass the mic to talk just a little bit, because you also, aside from going out on tour and playing bass, so you also teach flamenco.
Yeah, I do. I work with a company from Santa Fe called Emi Arte Flamenco.
Right?
And there's 3 of us, and we do a lot of community outreach programs with the kids.
Okay.
And we bring to the schools. We got funded from the 21st Century Grant, and we bring to the schools guitar, dance, and singing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool because through that funding, we're able to bring costumes and guitars to the kids.
Right.
And we supply the schools are supplied with costumes and guitars for the kids, and the kids get to perform. They build stages for the kids. They bring lights and audio.
Right.
And it's really cool. It's something really rewarding. It's cool.
That sounds awesome, man. I love that when somebody gets a chance to be able to give back.
We have to share.
Yes.
Somebody did it for us back in the day, and now it's our turn to do it for them.
It is your turn.
For the kids.
Now, I know we lost a member for a minute here, but it doesn't mean that we can't ask some closing questions. I'll admit, towards the end, I usually ask a question from a previous band. I can't remember what it was, so we're going to skip that. But instead, we can go through like just a few rapid-fire questions, and then we'll finish this out, and we can go smoke out or do whatever we got to do. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Now, you don't have a lot, but he does. So the question is, do you put anything in the beard, yes or no?
Absolutely. Lots of product that we make at home.
Yes.
You can buy it online. No, I don't. I'm just fucking kidding. No, yeah, we just.
Is there going to be Red Mesa beard oil?
Fucking A, dude. I think we need to do that, dude. I have
Why
the
not?
secret to this shit.
You do?
Yeah.
So you do make it yourself?
Yeah, we make it ourselves. That me and my wife do.
All right.
And, God, man, natural. It's all natural. That's all I'm saying, people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's something we got to look forward to. For the both of you, best food you've eaten on tour?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
Where?
From where?
San Diego.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. The street tacos in L.A. were pretty good. Carnitas in L.A.
Nice.
The fish tacos in San Diego were cool. The mahi-mahi at Jose's was good as well.
I'm down with a good taco, but lately we've been hitting up these Mariscos places.
Oh, yeah.
The seafood heavy. Oh my God, so fucking good.
We didn't get into that on tour. We were like a real burger and taco tour.
Okay.
But the tacos were my highlight too, man. I mean, we went to Jose's in San Diego, and then we hit just LA street tacos when we were in Inglewood playing a show, and it was just, and everyone was so nice, you know.
Right on.
It
Yeah.
was so sweet.
So, other spices on the tour other than pepper?
We love green chili. We just didn't bring any.
Green chili, just didn't bring it. Okay, fair enough. Last good movie you saw?
Oh, the last good movie I saw was I watched Heavy Metal, and I watched Wizards, and I watched Animatrix. Those are the last 3 movies I watched.
I Heavy Metal I love. Animatrix I have on DVD, and Wizards I don't know that one. Explain that?
Oh, Wizards is a killer animation from 1977.
I'll have to check
You
it
gotta
out.
Scope it out. It's cool. It's heavy.
And it's animated. Do you know any of the voiceover people?
Oh man, I can't remember, but you'll dig it. It's cool. It's about this wizard, and it's this silent like desert hero who rides a camel. He's like from another planet, but
Right.
he's an honorable cat, but he's been forced into an outlaw situation, but he redeems himself by helping these 3 characters make their journey across the earth. It's dope.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. And we have the return. Well, welcome back, sir.
Damn.
Okay, so we're going through a few questions just quickly. Do you put anything in the beard? Yes or no?
Did I put anything in my beard?
Do you ever? To keep it a little soft and for the ladies.
Oh no, I just try to brush it like every 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
I don't put no oils.
Okay.
I'm not a hipster.
Oh, how dare you, sir? Okay. What's the best food you had on tour?
Tacos.
Tacos seems to be all right. That's the one of choice. Okay. Last good movie you saw?
Last good porn. Fuck. There's some good ones.
Are you more of a Riley Reid?
You know what? Actually,
Mia Khalifa?
I don't. Mia Khalifa. Oh no! You know what? A Bella Anderson.
Bella Anderson?
Yeah, man, you gotta look her up.
Okay.
Ooh. But I'm not a movie guy. I don't watch TV. I kind of watch the news for the weather.
Okay.
And I listen to fucking music all the fucking time because all that shit out there is bullshit, and music is a soul and therapy.
So to reiterate, last good movie was whatever it was with the Bella Anderson?
Bella Anderson,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, fair enough. All right, last good movie.
I saw some movie about spelling.
Oh, was it that documentary about the spelling bees and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I watched it and it was it's kind of like, oh man, I want to go do a spelling bee right now.
Right.
I realized how bad I am at spelling as an adult, and I was good as a kid, and then I forgot everything because
Spell
of
this, Bella Anderson.
Oh shit, dude.
Google it.
All right.
For all
It's
three
like
of you.
it's like can anybody spell now through autocorrect texting?
Oh my gosh, you lose so much. We're losing so much. I got to tell you, just to write out the word Albuquerque, I'm like, I have no idea how to
Albuquerque.
fucking write that out.
That's a tough one.
Just put ABQ.
ABQ.
What are you all currently listening to now? Give me something that's in heavy rotation right now.
Oh shit. Earthride constantly.
Earthride.
Nom. Remember Nom? They're back. They're gonna come back.
Nom.
Remember Nom? To Brad.
For old stuff, CCR.
Really?
Listen to a lot of CCR lately.
I talked about it with Green Druid a couple whatever ago, and we asked them, "Will it doom?" CCR, and they said, "Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it will doom."
That's how I learned music, CCR.
Really?
Yeah, CCR, man, they're fucking unreal. And
Guess who?
the,
Today we kind of relived the old school.
for new stuff, right now, what have I been listening to? I really like Earth a lot.
Earth, yeah.
For that really fucking westerny,
Mm-hmm.
heavy doom stuff.
Okay.
I like Earth, man.
All right.
And on this tour, Roman turned me on to Graveyard.
Graveyard, yes.
And I was, I had never listened to them, and I was like, hey man, what is this? Because the singer really resonated with me,
Right.
and I was like, this guy can sing, and I was like, wow. So
First
yeah,
time we were in Arizona from Bisbee, we were listening it down into fucking to Sierra Vista. That was a real cool ride down because that road was pretty sick. But we were listening to Graveyard, and it was just like so good.
Yeah.
For the time and place, it was so good.
Right.
It was really good.
And what's currently on your playlist?
Oh man, the last thing I listened to in my car, God, it was Sonic Temple. That was the last. Yeah, that's the last thing that I listened to in my car. Yeah, Sonic Prayer. That's what I meant. Yeah,
That's the Sonic Temple was like the
Sonic
cult.
Temple was the cult.
The
back
cult,
in
yeah.
day. Yeah.
Firewoman and
That's a good album too. That's a killer album.
was American Horse
That's
on
the
that?
cousin my cousin turned me on to. My cousin that we saw
I
in El
thought-
Paso.
I think that I don't know if it was. Anyway, I just know Sonic Temple. I loved it.
Oh yeah, Mario, my cousin that we saw in El Paso. He's the one who turned me on to that album back in the day. Yeah.
Now, I was going to ask you a question about Essential Hank Williams, but you already covered it. You already covered the ones that you wanted to play. How about a quick burgers or pizza? Which one?
Mushroom Swiss burger all day with mayo, lettuce, and onions, motherfuckers.
burger, green chili cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm gonna have to go pepperoni and green chili pizza.
All right.
Oh, see.
Now, I know if you can give me a hierarchy like of Hanks. So we have Hank Williams Jr., we have Hank Williams, and Hank III.
So for me, it would be Hank Williams Sr.
Right?
Then it would be Hank III. For me, for him to do a country set
Mm-hmm.
for the first half, and then to do a full Doom set with Matt Pike's old green amp
Right.
that he bought from Matt.
I was gonna say no. He bought from Al
Or-
Cisneros.
oh, from Al. Okay, he bought it from Al.
Yeah, I had to put Al Cisneros on the Hank 3 show. That was pretty. That's an honor right there, man.
What was what's his name? Was it is it Ash Jack? Is that their band? Is that his band?
Yeah, that's Ash Jack, but his name's Sheldon.
Sheldon. Right on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, his friends call him that.
So that's my order. Would be Hank Sr., Hank third, and then Hank Williams Jr.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. I think we did it all and said it all.
Thank you, brother. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you much. Safe travels.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'll talk to you sometime soon. Take care. I want to thank the guys in Red Mesa for giving me their time. So much appreciated. Also, huge shout out goes out to Roger from Dead Canyon. Thanks for having us over. We really enjoyed it. We had some tunes. We had some pizza. Smoked it out. Just had a great fucking time. Thanks also to Paul from King Chiefs that put on a crazy great performance with the rhythm section for Dead Canyon. Now, let's hear a track off of The Devil and the Desert. This is Route 666. Thanks for hanging out towards the end. It's doomtombpodcast@gmail.com. Social media, Doomtomb Podcast. Drop us a line. Leave us a review on iTunes. I know a few people that have, and I'm so grateful and thankful. Keep doing it, and just reach out to me. You have a band submission, that would be great because, hey, have you checked out Cranium Radio yet? Craniumradio.com. It's an online radio station. If you haven't gotten your fix for death metal, black metal, industrial, all kinds of stuff. And you know what else they have? It's kind of strange. On Sundays, they do a show from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's called The Doom Tomb. That's right. It's my fucking show. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. You will enjoy it. You can find us on www.craniumradio.com. Get in the chat room. Make your requests, and I'll see what I can do. Until that time, the next time, the meantime, and in between time, keep going to the shows. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great holiday season. And don't forget to stay heavy.